Welcome back to the 24/7 Sports College Basketball Show. I'm here with Travis Branham, who I like to call the czar of the transfer portal. Trav's week has sucked, to be honest. There's 1,200 players in the portal. He's not sleeping, but he's working and he's doing his thing. Trav, three of your top players in this year's portal are all guards. It seems like there is a lot of perimeter firepower on the board. I want to ask you about one in particular to start, though, and that is Donovan Dent, who is leaving New Mexico. What is the latest on what you are hearing about this electric lead guard?
Yeah, electric to say the least. I mean, this kid's pace with the basketball is second to none, but this is an absolute blue blood recruitment. Early on, when he first hit the portal, there was a lot of talk around the industry, talking with my sources, suggesting that Duke may be the presumptive leader here. And as I have continued to dig into this recruitment, I'm looking more and more at the University of Kentucky and what Mark Pope and this staff could provide for Donovan Dent. And another school that I think, or that I'm not sleeping on just yet, is UCLA. It sounds to be Kentucky in that top tier with UCLA in the mix, and then with the decision that could come as early as this weekend.
All right, now Donovan Dent, to me, is, as I said, probably the most dynamic lead guard in the portal. He has tremendous pace going north to south. He's really improved his ability to make spot-up shots. In fact, per synergy, he rated close to the 90th percentile in terms of unguarded catch-and-shoot threes. That's forcing people to close out on him that much more and thus being able to get into the lane. So he is the top available priority, and you heard it right there, coming down to a few blue bloods. Trav, the next one is Isaac McKneeley. He was Virginia's leading scorer this year. Like Dent, he only has 1 year of eligibility remaining. What is the latest on him?
Yeah, there was talk about a possible return to Virginia, but I fully never bought into that. And there's been two programs emerge into the forefront of this one, and that is North Carolina and Louisville. But the team I'm looking the closest at right now is the Louisville Cardinals. I think Pat Kelsey has a big need for a guy like Isaac McKneeley. That's not to say that North Carolina doesn't, because I do think they do. But all signs right now are pointing very favorably to Louisville, and as they build out this roster for next season.
Isaac McKneeley is a career 42% three-point shooter. He maintained that number last year, even while attempting close to 7 points per game and being the focal point of opposing scouting reports on a nightly basis. He's a movement shooter and an immediate asset to wherever he ends up, particularly on the offensive end of the floor. Let's talk about one more, and that's Adrian Wooley. What is the latest on this guy? First of all, tell us a little bit about him as a player, because I'm not sure regular fans are as familiar with him, and then talk to us about where he could be looking.
Yeah, I would love to. This is personally one of my favorites. A kid that bloomed late in high school, and a bunch of high majors, frankly, just missed the boat on him, and he found his way to Kennesaw State, where he has been the freshman of the year, first team all-conference there, averages over 18 a game, nearly 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Guy that can just stuff the stat sheet, but he does it very efficiently. 6'4", long, athletic guard who's got a lot of ball skills, who can create and score from all three levels with that playmaking potential. He is now rated as our third top-rated transfer, a 5-star transfer in this portal, and a guy, to me, when it's all said and done, you look back in 1 or 2 years, I think he's an all-conference guard at the Power 5 level, or he's playing in the NBA. And the team I'm looking at first and foremost with this one is Alabama. Nate Oates is going to have a big need at guard next year, and that is his hometown. And so with that relationship between the Kennesaw State program, obviously, and that Alabama program, I think Crimson Tide could have the first dibs on this one.
Well, and it's also important to remember that Mark Sears was once a mid-major star before he went to Alabama and became one of the stars of college basketball. And that's the interesting thing about the portal. You see high major transfers, and they've got more name recognition, but some of the best players in college basketball started as lesser-known mid-major stars, whether it's Janai Broome or Mark Sears, Dalton Connect from years past, Chaz Lanier this year. Trav, we are already starting to see players commit and come off the board. Josan Sannon committed to St. John's yesterday. We've got Owen Freeman, who committed to Creighton. Obviously, they are in rebuild mode. The Ryan Kalkbrenner era is over. But what is he going to provide Greg McDermott's squad with next season?
Yeah, what immediately jumps off to me is just that his ability to score on the low block. He's a big physical post presence, has great hands and touch around the rim. He's capable of stepping out into mid-range, making shots. Also a smart and willing passer out of the post. Defensively, I think there's some issues and limitations there. But Greg McDermott, there's very few coaches better out there than him, and so I would anticipate that Creighton's going to be very happy with what Owen Freeman will bring them, and a guy that can potentially get you a double-double, but definitely score you 15, 16 points every single night.
All right, couple big additions for the Big East. Josan Sannon giving St. John's a boost of three-point shooting as well. To follow Trav throughout the course of this portal, you're going to want to head on over to 247sports.com. We've also got a special promo over there for you, and you get it only by watching this show. The promo code is PORTAL. It gives you 60% the annual VIP membership. That deal ends April 23rd, just before the stroke of midnight.